I'm Lori Andrews from Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's my distinct honor to kick this event off this evening. And I just wanted to begin by letting you know that my big why in joining Univera is to empower people so that they can monetize their passion by achieving optimal physical, emotional, and financial health. And that's what we're going to delve into a little bit more tonight. And I want to let you know that at Univera, we don't claim to prevent or diagnose or treat or cure any illnesses or diseases. Rather, what we talk about is the body being the true miracle, capable of healing itself given the right raw materials. Super excited to begin introducing tonight David Rayner, because what we're going to talk about is the fact that Univera means one truth. And one truth is thanks to our owner, Mr. Bill Lee, who's a billionaire philanthropist with a 100-year business plan. And we are joined with him in his mission of bringing the best of nature to humankind. So David Rayner comes to us from the Los Angeles area, he and his beautiful wife, Lynn, and he is a highly sought after international speaker, trainer, facilitator. And we're so fortunate to have his hosting tonight. And so David, I'm gonna just invite you to begin sharing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lori. And I wanna thank all of you for joining us tonight on this Executive Business Invitational. This is an incredible opportunity for you to take a look at what I personally believe is one of the greatest companies in the world. It's a conscious business. It's got an owner that gives more than he takes. And tonight you're gonna learn about this business, about the assets that it has, about the possibility that you have to get involved with this business and to share it and to create another stream of income at a time when we all know this is important. You know, I was in the movie business for a long time, and I spent a lot of time as an actor, then a writer and a director. And, you know, I do other things, but, you know, I was getting burnt out, I was stressed out, and I really was looking to fill, you know, to answer this question. Could I spend most of my life doing what I love and make money? That was the question I wanted to answer, because I was spending 90% of my time doing what I didn't love, to get to that special 10% of what I love. And then I discovered Univera as another vehicle, as another plan, a plan B. And it changed my life. Not only did I get better physically, but I got clarity mentally, and I started working with some of the people you're going to get a chance to meet tonight, incredible leaders and business people who can guide you and help you create another strategy during times like this. We all know the world is changing rapidly. So I encourage you tonight to listen to each of our speakers. We're going to start with our president, Dr. Ralph Beats, in just a moment. But I want you to listen to each of these speakers, and I want you to hear what you're in front of. This is an incredible opportunity. This right now for you, if you're on this Zoom, is $1 million opportunity. It's represented that for my family, and I think it will represent that for you. So first speaker we're going to have is the company president and CEO, Dr. Ralph Beats. And I'd like to bring Ralph in to talk about the assets that Univera has acquired. Why Univera? Why now? What do we have that no one else has? So thank you for joining us, Dr. Ralph Beats. Take it away.
Thank you so much, David. And good evening, everybody. And thank you for joining us tonight. You know, the assets we've been building for 20 years. Our company has been around for 20 years. And two of the things that we have right now that are so important that need to be shared with the world, number one, premium products and products that make a difference for folks' optimal health. Now more than ever, again, maintaining your health with the challenges that we have all around us, and now more than ever with a second income stream. Think about the difference for folks. Think about yourself, and you have a second income stream right now if you're a Univera leader. And if you were hourly, you may not be hourly right now. Those doors may be closed, and some of the doors that are closed around you. But inside of Univera Nation, inside of our community, we have three critical assets. One is we have our community. All of our leaders work together. We work in synergy. We're a leadership in synergy and unification like no other company on the planet. And we've even been asked to go and to give special talks about specifically how did we do that. So welcome to Univera community right now. Second is, again, these amazing products. And I want to go back in history right now, but before I do that, I want you to just think about, if you're currently a Univera leader, think about being in a position today where you've got the secondary income, you've got amazing products, and think about the need around you. Think about the folks that don't. And think about the number of times that you've shared this, because this is about sharing the opportunity, as well as sharing the opportunity for great health and for a secondary income. And if you think about all the folks that you have shared with over the years, just spend a moment and think about how that's changed their lives. Think of the lives around you that you've changed, and something you should feel very, very good about. Univera's principles go all the way back to the beginning based on sharing, and even before that. And I want to go back and talk about Young Ho Lee. Young Ho Lee, again, was a gentleman who had amazing charisma, had an amazing career, created several, multi-billion dollar fortunes like that. And then one day was told, you have 6 months. Now, what do you do at that point? And fortunately, not only is Young Ho Lee the beginning of our Univera story, but think about this, and this is something we haven't talked about before. Somebody shared the gift of aloe with Young Ho Lee long before aloe was popular, long before it was known by many, many people. And what if just way back in that beginning, Young Ho Lee's friend wouldn't have shared the gift of aloe with him? Think about all the things that have happened since. This Univera, this Aquanet empire, is built on that one instance of sharing. Young Ho Lee may not even have made it after that point, if that wouldn't have happened to him for another 10 years. And after that, as he developed it, what if he'd have kept it to himself? What if he wouldn't have shared it with us and shared it with the world? So building these aloe fields all over the planet, beautiful aloe fields that again make such a difference for our products and our health, and being a premier maker of premium aloe across the world. And now his son has taken over that legacy, Mr. Bill Lee. What if Bill, being third generation, simply would have enjoyed his fortune and not shared his vision, shared his expansion of making all these products, investigating into this world with over 170 patents like that, and building that extension of his father's legacy now. So we have a history of sharing. We have so much to share that right now more than ever, everybody needs what we have. This planet needs exactly what Univera has. It needs other streams of income. It needs these products that make such a difference in people's lives, products that are premium quality, and products that we share. For example, that's a picture of my granddaughter right there. Even with my granddaughter, I share our products. How safe is that? That is my only granddaughter. She's the only girl in 4 generations. This goes way, way beyond any kind of governmental testing, way, way beyond, any kind of safety testing. This girl would not get near anything if I didn't have absolute confidence, not only for me using the product, my family, but my granddaughter. But we have such a rich legacy. Think now if we wouldn't have shared Serve First with millions of servings. We're over 4 million servings today. Again, a legacy of servant leadership. So we have community and servant leadership. We have amazing, amazing legacy. Again, we have the ability to help folks create a secondary income stream, especially in this time of great need. And we have a history that, again, is like no other and resources across the planet. So I would ask you to ask all the questions about Univera. I would ask you to certainly ask all the questions about the product, the opportunity. Those of you who are brand new tonight, welcome to Univera, welcome to our community. But think about the one question you heard about, what if? What if that generosity wouldn't have been passed on for generations? What if it wouldn't have been shared with us? We wouldn't be here today. It goes all the way back to the very beginning. And it's something that I think if we don't share it and share it to all those around us, there's such great need, and the timing is perfect to do that. So again, welcome to our broadcast tonight. Welcome to all the wonderful speakers, the doctors, the leaders, the technicians, everybody you'll come across. And I hope you have a great experience, because we truly have something special to offer. Thank you, David.
Thank you so much, Ralph. That's amazing. And I want everybody to know, Univera has so many assets that Ralph has been a part of putting together for the last 13 years, 177 patents and patents pending. We are here talking about how you can make money. But the foundation on which you can make money are products that work. And we're going to just take a little time to share with you about why the products work, the science behind the products, and what makes Univera products such an incredible opportunity. This is an underexposed, incredible science opportunity and product opportunity that can help the world right now. So to start that conversation, I want to bring in a chiropractor from Northwest Washington, Seattle area. Dr. Michael Kaufman is an incredible businessman. Dr. Kaufman does not have to do Univera for money. He does Univera because it works. Michael has one of the most successful chiropractic practices in the country, to be honest with you. And he's here to talk to us a little bit about the science of Univera. So welcome, Dr. Kaufman. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you, David. I appreciate the introduction, and it's very nice to be here. And just hearing Ralph talk from his heart, I mean, what he's saying is so true. And it's so the reason I'm involved in the business. And, you know, David, I haven't thrown any of the checks away. So we definitely love the income in Univera, especially in this time right now. You know, our volume in our practice is down about 50%, but my overhead is up, you know, is still about 80%. So as much as, you know, we think we're going to get help, we're not dependent on it. Thank goodness that, you know, we get that Univera check every month. And it's been a passion to be involved in Univera, absolute passion. I've been a chiropractor for 35 years this year. My third child will graduate from chiropractic college in next February. My second chiropractor will be graduating this June. So it's been an incredible, blessed life of mine. I've sent about 50 students to chiropractic college. And it's been my passion. And during my training as a chiropractor, postgraduate neurology training, we learned a lot about inflammation. We learned a lot about nutrition of inflammation, how to help it. And I spent several years trying to master that. And I never saw results. And so along came my doctor who worked for me, and he had a life-changing result from Univera products. And because of that, I started researching Univera. I started taking the product myself. I had an incredible experience on the products, literally everything that was on the bottle: energy, mental clarity, less stress, more joint comfort and flexibility. I had all of those benefits from my experience on the product. So of course I came to one of these presentations, and it was live, and I met Al Kieran, you're going to hear him later. I met, Ann Neufer, who you're going to hear from later. I met the team of people involved in Univera, and I said, wow, this is not smoke and mirrors. This is for real. And so I asked Dr. Waddell to give me some information. He started feeding up to me every day, the research behind Univera. And it was so impressive. There's no other company like this. And as a chiropractic physician, I can tell you, I get exposed to hundreds of these companies, and they all have a story, but none of them near as good as Univera. Univera is based on truth, and that's what Univera means, is one truth. And so I've often said, you know, and every time I go to someone's company's website, they don't have research, they don't have 180 patents, they don't have 50 full-time scientists, they don't have a philosophy of, you know, engineering products that really do so much good for people. So our competitive advantage is absolutely amazing. I was just talking to a chiropractor from Eugene today. Alan probably knows who he is, but you know, he was saying, why did you pick Univera? And I told him my experience, told him my parents' experience, my thousands of patients' experience. And then, you know, it hardly got into the science, but that was good enough for him, just that it worked. I said, you know, it works better than any nutritional product you'll ever try. And so look at our medicinal plant library. We have so much in our store. We have 17,000 plants in our plant library, meaning we take those plants and we pull them apart into the leaves, the roots, the stems, and we look at those on human DNA. We are looking for hits, like what can this do positive for improving human health? Much like other companies do in drugs, or other companies do in virology, or what we're trying to study now in our world. We're doing that level of science at Univera, both in South Korea and in Tacoma, Washington, at 2 Univera Unigen plants. It's one of our sister companies that actually develops the research that brings out the products that we actually bring to market. So when you give a product, you know that it says what's on the label is in there. What it claims on the label, it does it even better than the label. So you just can't ever worry about, you know, is this product going to work? They all work. And it's been an incredible experience for me to hand a product to a patient and say, this is for this, and this is what I want you to use it for, and take 2 a day, or take 2 ounces a day, or take, mix it with this, do that, and it works. It works every time. It's absolutely amazing. So think about Univera, 180 patents, 177, 180 patents, probably more since Bill Lee has been working on it, and since we've talked since the last time. 50 full-time scientists, you can see the lab there. So what are these HPCL and HT? What those are is chromatography. What we're doing is gas and liquid chromatography. So we see an active component in a plant. We can verify that active component is in there, and we can verify in our finished product that those active components are in there. So absolutely amazing level of testing and research, so that the end product is always the same. It's always the same validity. It's always the same dosage. It's always the same effectiveness. It's always got the bioeffectiveness that it's supposed to have, which you cannot say about any other company that I certainly know of on this earth. So it's just an amazing company. The science is second to none. I've often said that the next competitor is, you can't even see in my rear view mirror. And that's pretty neat when you're going out to sell a product and share it with your family and your friends, and you can just be assured that when they take it, it's going to work. And we often say, we're intelligently designed products. When you show our formulas to a doctor, they say, wow, that's actually pretty good to have all 4 or 5 or 10 of those ingredients in one product, because they're so synergistic in helping people to overcome, or to help their physiology, or to help what they are struggling with. So the science is amazing, David, and it works. And so I always say that's the bottom line, is that our products work.
And Mike, just like Ralph, I just want to ask you this question. Is pretty much every person in your family, all the people you love, on this product? Are they all on the product?
Yes, they are. Every single one of them. And they've been on them for 15 years, and they all buy their own products. They go out to my family. My family are my best customers, David. And so pretty amazing that they've never gotten off in 15 years.
Yeah. Your family will not keep buying something if it doesn't work. I'll tell you that. But well, thank you, Dr. Mike. We're going to go to another health professional who's a nurse. She's a nutritionist. She's from the Maine area. Anne Moreau is been on the products for a long time. Has a lot of experience with the products. So Anne, come on and share with us about a couple of the key products that you like.
You know what? There's so many of them. It's tough for me to talk about, but for tonight, I'm going to really focus on Extra. You heard Dr. Mike talk about the treasury of plants that Univera has, and how they combine nutrients in this product called Extra. 20 different plant compounds in this one bottle. And the compounds are geared to promote energy, mental clarity and focus, help with managing stress, and help with joint comfort and flexibility. I had all of those experiences, but I really want to talk about one of my dear friends who is a runner, and she had not been able to run for quite a while. And when I gave her this gift of Extra, she ended up running for 3 miles straight and came back and cried and said, oh my God, Anne, I have not done that in 5 years. So when you talk about true cellular energy, this is a full spectrum cellular renewal product. You really, really feel the benefits of Extra. And I think the beauty of Extra as well is that they did do a 14-day study, and they found that in 14 days it reduced DNA damage. So it's an incredible product. Aloe is one of my favorite products, because when I started with Univera 15 years ago, and I want to just say to you that I've been a nurse 45 years. And in the 45 years of my working as a nurse, I was pretty discouraged, because I often saw people leave the hospital, come back sicker, and didn't get better. And working here in Univera using these products, I see people and they get better. Their health gets better. Their cells get better. Everything improves. And in my particular case, it was a GI issue. And when I had done all kinds of work with nutrition, when I took this aloe, within 3 days, I noticed a difference. Powerful formula. It supports digestive health, absorption, nutrition. It's a prebiotic, has some incredible benefits. The last product is Level G that I want to talk about real quickly. Level G has some great nutrients to help level glucose. And the story I want to share with you is one of my carrying food with me everywhere I went, because I felt like I needed to eat all the time in order to not feel low. And when I took Level G from skipping meals, that didn't happen to me. I found that Level G leveled my glucose. It contains incredible products like chromium picolate and cinnamon, banabe leaf, aloe, all within one product that really is designed to help normalize the glucose level. So an incredible product. There's so many, David, you know, you could talk about it all night.
No, I know. And you know, we do have actually presentations where we spend time going into depth on the products. And you can join us for Wellness Wednesdays where we do that. Tonight, we're just trying to give you enough of a taste on how incredible these products are to understand that it's a business. So thank you so much, Ann. We're going to jump over to another health professional. She's a dental health professional. Her husband's a dentist. Rita Eisman is, committed to and passionate about the pathway of health in life. And she's going to talk to you about a couple of her favorite products. So hi, Rita.
Hi, David. Thanks, everybody. Oh my gosh, I would love to talk about rheumatics tonight. And like everybody else is talking about the Univera difference with rheumatics, we have a patented compound within it called Univex. And overall, if you think about the 50,000 miles of blood vessels that you have within your system, it's so important that we keep those vessels open, flexible, and pliable. And with the stabilized resveratrol, with the Univex, with the different omegas that we have within this product, we can definitely state and love to hear the stories when people call in and say, oh my gosh, I have warmth in my fingers and my toes. And our biochemists used to always say, well, think about what that's doing for your brain. And when my dad was having his event, he was about 76, and he started taking this product, he really felt like he had better cognition. And he also felt like he had warmth in the fingers and in his toes. So you're getting oxygenated blood through the entire system, and that is so important to overall circulation, renewal, and repair. The next slide that I would love to talk about, next product, is Regena Free and Regena Care. And back in 2005, our patented compound within Regena Free and actually 4 of our other products, Protectin, it won the Nutricon Award back in 2005, and that was for the best science of the decade. That is something else that no other company can say that they have and that they can offer. And within Regena Free, we have an abundance of antioxidants to fight against the damage caused by free radicals and those different aging factors that I just reviewed. The beauty behind Regena Free and Protectin is that it's going to help support the system from behind the scenes so that you don't have any type of overreaction. And at 83, my mom had her right knee completely replaced. And I am so thrilled to say that with her, she was back up and running, very little downtime, extreme improved degrees of mobility. And if you take a look at Regena Care, the difference between Regena Care and Regena Free, Regena Care has additional support for joint comfort and flexibility with glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSM. So those are just a couple of my favorites. Back to you, David.
Thank you, Rita. And, just think about, you're hearing about these products, and we know that, the lot is going on in the world. People want to have a strong body right now. And do you think what you've heard might help your body through times like this? Because I think it would. And I think there's a lot we have to offer. So I want to take a little bit of a switch, because the application of our products into life is really important. Like, how do you use these products? One of our leaders we're going to hear from now, Catherine Raymer from North Lake Tahoe, I was close, is she's going to talk about how she's been able to take the products and create not only a business, but also she's in the top 100 of CrossFit athletes for her age. She's incredible. Hey, welcome, Catherine Raymer. Tell us your story.
I love it. Hi, David. Thank you. And all the products they were just talking about, I got to tell you, I love every single one of them. I knew nothing about it when I got started. It was about 10 years ago. I was 49 years old 10 years ago. So now I'm turning 59 this year. And I'll tell you, I was not excited about what was going on with my health. I love to run, ski, hike. I was physically active all the time, but I began to have experienced difficulties, right? And my knee would hurt and all these things were going on with me. And I began with Univera, all those products. I had no idea. I just said, okay, whatever all that science is, awesome. I'm going to take it because I really was looking for something different. And boy, did I find it. So about 2 years later, I mean, I felt so awesome. I love Anne's stories. Started running, you know, her friend was running. You hear those stories every single day. You know, it's incredible. So I started with CrossFit, and now 8 years later, I compete. I love it, absolutely love it. And I should say I'm in the top 100 in my age category. So I always want to say that, right? Which is 55 to 59. I'm excited to turn 60. I'm so excited to turn 60 this year, David, because guess what? You know, I get to age up, and we talk about that in CrossFit because I never have any limits on what I can do. I just get better. I think I'm going to learn that skill. I'm going to learn how to, I'm working on my handstand walking, you know, all that kind of fun stuff that is so exciting. But also I just want to mention, you get to help everybody around you, all your friends, your family, everybody you know can be helped with this product, and it has changed my life and all of my family. So thank you so much for having me on tonight. I appreciate it.
That's awesome, Catherine. And you've also been able to build a business and make a lot of money with this. But there's another person that's also been able to build a business, make a lot of money. How many of you would like to basically go canoeing, skiing, fishing, everything fun, almost all the time while you make millions of dollars? Would you be interested in that? Well, the next gentleman that's going to talk to you has accomplished that with Univera. He's a Blue Diamond associate. He's the founding Univera associate, meaning that he was the first associate to this company how many years ago? And you're going to get a chance to hear from Harris Williams, why Univera and why now.
Hey, thank you, David. You know, for me, David, and, you know, for all of you, I want to congratulate you for doing your due diligence. I think that's one of the most important things I learned when I was looking at businesses, and maybe like some of you that are out there tonight that are zooming in, you know, maybe you chose companies sometimes based on your friend or next door neighbor, and they told you all about it. You do your due diligence, and then maybe you didn't have the best outcome. I had that experience. I was a boat captain and a fishing guide, and like Catherine, she was a commercial fisherman. For myself, I wanted to find the perfect business that really helped me design my life around what I love to do, which is really help people, teach them how to fish, around health, wealth, and purpose. And, you know, 21 years ago, I had the good fortune of hearing about a gentleman, Bill Lee, our founder and CEO, who really had an amazing legacy. And you heard Ralph talk about the history of his father, Young Ho Lee, who was one of the first billionaires in South Korea. His mother was one of the first senators, and his sister was actually a president of a college they owned. So when I started doing my due diligence on this amazing philanthropist and our founder, to me, it was what I was looking for. I didn't want another just all sizzle, no steak type company that, you know, had some magical fruit from some magical place, but never really in business. And I think all of us have looked at companies like that. You know, a lot of hype, a lot of hoopla, but not a lot of substance. And I was at a point in my life where I really wanted to find the vehicle that I could really create a legacy around, just like the Bill Lee family, Young Ho Lee family had, David. And so when I started doing my due diligence, and it's interesting that Jim Collins had written a book a few years earlier called Built to Last. Of course, his bestseller after that, and Bill Lee actually hired Jim Collins, was Good to Great. Now, for me, after reading that book, I wanted to find somebody that really had success. And when you really look at all of the resources, and I know that our CEO president, Dr. Ralph Beast, mentioned a lot of those, that's what I wanted. I wanted a product that was scientifically proven, that was looking at the underlying cause of aging, that was looking for those solutions, and honestly had the vertical integration in place and had been in business already for decades before they decided to utilize relationship marketing and really the power of it, because Bill Lee really understood that's the best way to get a product out to the marketplace. And For me, I looked at all of the trends. The next trillion-dollar industry was healthy aging and wellness. We are right in front of it. At the time, I'm a boomer, so somebody was turning like 50 every 7 seconds. That's still going on, maybe not every 7, but probably every 20 seconds. And so all of the stars were lining up when I started doing my due diligence on this company. And I think we all understand that your history does shape your mission, your vision, your culture. And he was a servant leader. And that's what I wanted to be around, somebody that really wanted to give back. He wanted to bring the best of nature to humankind. He wanted to bring these products to all the people around the world. And he really did want to utilize all his resources. And I thought that, to me, was really a game changer. And I'm so, fortunate that a good friend had, just like tonight, invited you to listen to this message and got me to do my due diligence. And I'm so glad I did. It certainly has helped me in my own personal life, my family's life. I've now helped hundreds of thousands of people all over North America and even in Asia. And it's all because the vehicle is so timely, David. We've got a product that everybody wants right now more than ever. We've had one of our biggest growth months during a very difficult time, as all of you know. And if you really understand all the factors that Jim Collins wrote in his new book called Good to Great, his more recent book, I should say, he talks about having a really a level 5 CEO, which we have with Dr. Ralph Beats. He talks about knowing who you are and being the best at what you do in your category. We have that. We have the perfect, in my opinion, opportunity and vehicle right now with the leadership that you're seeing here on this Zoom tonight. And we have a real field and corporate partnership, so unusual, where corporate and field leaders are working together. And we have this amazing cause you heard tonight about Serve First, where over 4.5 million children are being nourished. So to me, if you really look at check the boxes off, all the boxes checked off in health, there's no doubt. How about the wealth factor? Millionaires have been produced because of these amazing products and opportunity. And we've now helped, again, almost 5 million children. So for me, I certainly found my home. I hope that all of you do your due diligence, get back with that person who invited you on the Zoom, and really take the time to understand why we are the perfect vehicle today. And right back to you, David. It's great to be on the call tonight. I hope I can help any of you that have any questions.
Thank you so much, Harris. Powerful story. And so Harris, one of the longest associates. Now we're going to jump and go to the person that was actually the youngest diamond in this business, Jordan Rose. She's not just the youngest diamond. She's one of the smartest diamonds. And Jordan, if you're younger, if you're looking at another way out in this kind of economy and world we're in today, Jordan is the kind of person you need to talk to. So Jordan, talk to us about Univera and why you.
Thank you, David. I think the key for everything in life is timing and alignment. And so as we move forward through the rest of this presentation, I really want people to start thinking about their own timing and their own alignment to something bigger than themselves. We all have that feeling right now of what's going on in the world is something bigger than ourselves. So if we can find these points of connectivity that align to the deepest truth of who we are to create a life that's filled with health, happiness, and freedom, oh my goodness, that's how we transform the world. It starts with you. So for me, 2008 came around. I'm sure you guys remember that time. It wasn't the best of times in our economy. There was a lot of scarcity, a lot of panic, and a lot of fear. I don't know if those words ring true to you right now, but at the time in 2008, they definitely were at the forefront of a lot of conversations. My family and myself decided, because of the tutelage of Al Kiernan and Kenny Rossi, that we were going to look that fear and that scarcity in the face and say, nope, we control our destiny because of the choices and the decisions we are making right now to transform ourselves. We took that leap of faith. We jumped through that fear with dedication, with commitment, and with consistency. And because of that, within 6 months, I was able to go from broke as a joke, as I like to say. Every month was longer than my money could last. And within 6 months of Univera, I looked at Al Kieran and said, dang, You showed me how to create $1,000 a month. That was life-changing for me. If we look at our current state right now, helping people create anywhere from $300 to $1,000 is life-changing to their survival. We have the roadmap to do that. For myself, I never looked back. At that point, I made a decision. I made a vow to myself and declared it out loud that I would never trade time for money again. I would instead create a life of freedom. I would study the paths of freedom and I would implement them on a daily basis. I made the decision to be the leader that I was seeking, and I made a decision to commit fully to being seen, not only in my life and this business, but on a whole. I was going to continue that path and be an example. So proud to see how much our team has grown in the last 12 years, and so proud to know that we know more now than we did back then. We are such in a better position now than we were back then. As a company, as a team, as leadership, our foundation is more stable and secure and lucrative than it has ever been before. So linking arms with the leaders on this call is an inevitability that if you dedicate, if you remain consistent, you will achieve everything that you are seeking with Univera. So with that, David, I'll pass it back to you, buddy.
Thank you so much. Wow, powerful words, Jordan. And I mean, obviously, this is an incredible time for what we have to offer. There's a woman we're going to introduce now, incredibly successful real estate business that her and her husband had. She was introduced to Univera, you know, wasn't starving for money, was looking for options, and created an incredible story for herself and security. And, you know, how many of you would like, as Jordan just said, security in a time like this? Well, Ann Newfer created that kind of security. So join the call, Ann. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, David. Yeah, you know, here I was back in 2004 selling real estate, and my husband was in the mortgage business, and we knew that, you know, kind of had a feeling in the back of our head there might be a, you know, that bubble, that housing market bubble may burst at some point, and what else could we do? And we're pretty entrepreneurial. We had done some other businesses in the past. And we're looking at getting involved with a teriyaki restaurant franchise that a friend of ours had launched, and we're, you know, trying to get us to buy in with them. And, you know, just looking for alternatives. What else can I do to keep income coming into my household if the real estate market collapses and I'm not selling houses, or, you know, we're not able to, my husband's mortgage business falls off. What else can we do just to inflation proof ourselves or economy proof ourselves? And let's have other things going on. And I'll tell you, somebody actually, you know, crossed our path, gave me one of these little minis. And I had my antenna up. I was looking for health. I'd had some health challenges probably about 7 years prior to that. And I said, I want to feel good again. I'm tired of feeling wrung out and exhausted. And our products are so phenomenal. They caught my attention. And I said, you know what? Somebody is going to make money with this product in this company. We need to take a look at this and see if they are really paying the people who are doing the work to get this product into the hands of the end user. Because I know it works this well for me, it's going to work well for thousands of other people. I can share this with other people. So we sat down, we took a good hard look, and, you know, we met Al Kiernan and a number of other people, and we asked a lot of questions. I said, show me the numbers. I got out my calculator and my pencil and I did the math, and it penciled. We were looking at each other, pinching each other, going, is this for real? I mean, you know, we were looking around the room going, if these people can make money, we definitely can make money with this. We know a lot of people, and I think we can help other people make money too. So we, you know, we just shared the product. We talked to folks, and a lot of people joined us as customers. And a lot of people joined as associates and said, you know what, we want to do this. Well, I'll tell you, 6 of them actually did it. We went to that level of diamond. And for me, it's been life-changing. My husband passed away unexpectedly in 2007. And, you know, we had basically dug the well before we needed the water. And I did not have to go back to selling real estate. I've been able to, you know, continue on with my Univera business, basically part-time. I always want to say full-time, but this is my sole source of income. It's very residual, very lucrative. My kids were 10 and 12 at the time that their dad passed away. And here I am, 16 years later, my kids are now 23 and 25, and Univera is still just cash flowing and very residual, very stable through whatever the economy does, whatever happens out there in the world. This is a stable company, and I can attest to that. So thank you, David.
Thank you, Ann. Wow. So that's something I think we all could benefit from. And if you're on the call, you're looking for a plan B, I want you to talk to this next lady. Listen to Sarah Gunderson. She's a certified public accountant, and she's going to talk about the tax advantages of creating your own home-based business, why even just starting a business with an intent to profit can make a big difference in your life. So Sarah, welcome.
Hi there. Yeah, we always tend to talk about taxes this time of year because April 15th is right around the corner. But taxes are one of the ways that you can actually put more money back in your pocket when you have a business, because the tax laws are written to benefit people who have businesses more than individuals. So the way that works is that when you're an employee, then you have to get your taxes taken right off the top, and you just spend what's left over. But when you have your own business, you get to deduct things that you were spending money on already and things that relate to your business, and you get to pay taxes on what's left. So that's a huge difference when you have a home-based business. So anyway, some of the things that you can deduct, if you are showing an intent to profit, which means that you are sharing this with people and you are helping people to get healthy and maybe to also join you in the business, then you can deduct things like your auto expenses when you go to meet up with people, your meals, once we get back to being able to sit down and have meals with people. But right now we're all on our computers using our internet. That becomes tax deductible. The startup pack to get started, how you capitalize your business. So all of those things now become tax deductible, and that comes out of the money that you make from Univera. And then what's left over, the government will say, as of 2018, put 20% of that back in your pocket, and then we're going to tax you on the 80%. So they don't even tax you on 100% of what's left over after your expenses. It's pretty amazing. So, there are some people on this call that have saved up to 35% on their taxes. Everybody's situation varies, but it's really important that one of the first rules of wealth building is to keep more of the money that you already have, and being able to have a Univera business and deduct things on your taxes is a good way to do that.
Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. So there's a lot of advantages. And so we're talking money right now. And I know a lot of you that are on here is like, does this pay? How does this business financially work? And I'm going to bring in an expert really on how the money works in this business. Kenny Rossi is an incredible leader, and he's the fastest person in Univera to go diamond. He went to the diamond level, and he'll show you what the numbers mean. But he went to one of the highest levels in the company in just 30 days with his team. This is a team business, and Kenny's a great leader. Kenny's going to talk to us about how the money works and how you can get paid. Hi, Kenny.
Hey, hello, David. Thank you so much. And thank you, all of you. This is an amazing, amazing Zoom, and it's a life-changing time, as we know, a different time. But as far as this business, boy, we're going to come into the best time we could ever imagine as we help people get through this. But you know what? How does it work? It is a very simple model, you guys. Step one, when you look at this, you've got a chance to hear health, the benefit of health. There's not a human you know that shouldn't be on these products the rest of their life. Wealth, no limits on how much you can earn. You start by saving more of your money you currently make by getting a tax advantage, and then you end with an opportunity to become free. And when you make a decision to do this as a business, step one is to get your products for free. Now, either way, an associate or a customer, we have free shipping. So right at the start, you get to try these products on a 90-day unconditional money-back guarantee with free shipping. You have nothing to lose. Once you fall in love with them, and I like to say when you combine personal usage with education, you'll want to be on these products the rest of your life. And when you make that decision, we suggest go out, help 4 people. If you've noticed here, it's going to be family and friends, because if you love them, you're going to want them on these products. 4 people on these products at a total of 400 points along with your order, and your products at that point would be free with those same orders ongoing. It's amazing. When you look at this model here, you can see steps all the way up through the business. The way that we work the business is from 2 levels. The first is that foreign free, and we believe that building a business based on the foreign free is a very solid business. And then running alongside that is making the decision to join the business and getting a business builder pack of at least 500 points. You could do more, you could do less, it doesn't matter, but on an average of 500 points, if you do those 2 things, you can see how that you can stair step right up this business. So that first level is bronze, you see there. It's 4 people on your team, either getting a business builder pack, okay, and or getting their products for free. And in fact, in their first month, if they got a business builder pack and they got their products for free, it would count as 2 of them. But that's that first level bronze, and you see an average bronze in our business earns about $300 a month. And then you go to silver, it's 8 people as you see that income growing. Gold, it's 10 people or 20 people. You see that income now has a comma in it. That's a very exciting place for people when that comma gets in your check. The next level, platinum, 60 people on your team. The average platinum is now, earning somewhere in the range of over $5,000 a month. Emerald is a lot of people now are getting full-time. That's 120 people on your team. You're getting either getting a business builder pack, which is today, or a foreign free, which would be tomorrow. The next level, diamond, 200 people. The next level there is blue diamond. The average blue diamond, my goodness, look at the income there. The way you get there is help 3 people get to diamond, 600 people, and then black diamond, helping those 3 diamonds get to blue diamond. So once you find your key people, when you help them win, you win. Now there's other bonuses and other things that come on this next slide. This happens to be a very fun one. So when you go back to the beginning there, and heck, we got a bonus at bronze that we don't even have on this sheet. But when you get to the bronze level, all right, what the company does is on top of that average income, they throw in a $500 bonus. And you get that bonus over 5 months. So you get $100 for 5 months. And the goal is to find another person to do the same thing within that, or 2 or 3. And that's how you move to that next level, silver. So on top of those averages you saw at silver, there's a $3,000 bonus. That would be a $600 bonus for 5 consecutive months. Now, if you went from bronze to silver in the same month, you get the bronze and the silver bonus. So you'd earn $700 a month. The next level, gold. Gold is a $6,000 bonus. So that's a bonus of $6,000. So it's $1,200 a month for 5 months. The next level is platinum. Platinum is a $9,000 bonus. So it's $1,800 a month for 5 months. And on top of that, when you get to the platinum level, the company says, go out and buy a car. It's on us, $500 a month. The next level is emerald. Emerald's a $12,000 bonus, $2,400 a month for 5 months. The car allowance goes to $750 a month. And then on top of that, the company says, hey, we know you're moving to full-time. We're going to put in a $1,500 residual bonus there in place for you until you get to diamond. That's unheard of, you guys. The next level is diamond. Diamond is a $15,000 bonus, $3,000 bonus a month for 5 months. The car allowance goes to $1,000 a month. Then they give you a $10,000 trip allowance. The next level is blue diamond. Blue diamond's awesome. You help 3 people get to diamond. The blue diamond bonus is $30,000. That's $6,000 a month for 5 consecutive months. Car allowance goes to $1,600. You still get the trip allowance. And on top of this, you're a part of that 2% blue diamond pool. You get a point towards that pool. That point you guys worth is $15,000 a month currently. And then our last rank is black diamond. We're hiring. We don't have one yet. We're looking for one. The way you get to black diamond is help those 3 diamonds get to blue diamond. That black diamond bonus is $60,000, $12,000 a month for 5 months. On top of all the other things you get at blue diamond, for helping somebody get to blue diamond, you also get a point. So you get 4 points toward that blue diamond pool, you guys. That would be a $60,000 monthly bonus for getting to black diamond. So there you have it. As quickly as I can make it happen, David, back to you.
Oh, thank you, Kenny. I mean, I think if you get anything out of that, you don't maybe remember every number. There's a lot of money on the table if you build this business quickly. And people like Kenny just did that. They built this business quickly. So now we're going to bring in our top Canadian associate, Angeline Toth. She's a retreat center owner. That's her passion, her retreat that she owns on Bowen Island. She was able to use this business to create what she loves in life. So if you're on this call going, I have a vision for my life, I want to create something special, you can do what Angeline did. You can use this business to create your dreams. Angeline, welcome to the call. Tell us how you did it.
Okay, well, thanks, David. And it's lovely to see everybody. Well, how did I do it? All by myself. 25 years ago, I was living the dream. I bought an old, broken down, dilapidated sheep farm. And I was living the dream of putting together this beautiful retreat center with a lot of money and actually hundreds and hundreds of volunteers as well. And we were going along for about 10 years and doing fantastic work. And then we hit a huge financial crisis. And at that point, I went into a really deep, dark experience where I was behind on the mortgage 5 months. I was behind on property tax for 3 years. And I was getting disconnection notices. And I hope nobody's ever been there, but it was a horrible, horrible time in my life. My friend Renee Beth came to me and told me about Univera and this product and these people and this community and this cutting edge thing, and that the money would, help you and save your retreat center from going back to the bank. And of course, I wasn't interested, I wasn't open, and I was just desperate to find money. 15 years ago that was, I jumped on board. And, I liked how Harris was talking about when all the lights, everything aligned. It seemed to align very, very quickly. And so very rapidly we went to, I say we, it was the team, we went to Diamond. We were on our way to Blue Diamond. It was an amazing time. And I got to be able to keep my retreat center. And it's now in its 25th year. Well, everybody knows what has just happened. So we have had, over the last 2 years, we've had our busiest bookings ever. Like, we are nonstop. We have groups in from California. We had a group for 9 days booked in from China, all over the world. And we were fully booked until this all happened. So this is the situation, is everything, all of our clients have postponed their events until later or next year. So basically everything stopped. I have a community of people here to take care of as well. And it was freaky, but at the same time, my Univera paycheck came in the door. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I am so grateful. If all I'm gonna say tonight is how grateful I am for the money, yes, of having built a diamond business and maintaining that for many, many years, but the products in my body and in the community of people around me that are all taking these products, and the community, and there couldn't be a better time. And I know it feels a bit odd and off a bit to be saying to people, come and join me, this business is amazing. And these products in this company and the products for our immune system, we need them right now. It seems a bit odd, but it actually is our time. It is our time. It is our time because we have a moral responsibility, as one of my associates and dear friend Marina says, it's our moral responsibility to share what we have. No more can Univera be a secret. And I just feel very blessed, David, to be a part of this and to be seeing that right now. We started moving into Zoom about 2 years ago. We used to meet every week, and people didn't want to come out anymore to meetings. We started doing the Zooms, and I just feel so lucky and privileged that we have been practicing our business like this for a very long time, a couple of years. So we feel poised to be able to make a really big difference in the world. And I thank God that my retreat center can continue on with its work as well. So thanks, David, and thank you for doing an awesome job that you do, and everybody on the call tonight.
Thank you so much, Angelina. It's beautiful that in all cases with your retreat center, Univera has been there for you, because you actually listened to someone that cared about you. And I know you said no a few times. If you're on this call, you might have said no to opportunities like this before because it wasn't the right person, the right timing. I think now, if you are here tonight, this is the right time and right place. And I want to talk to you about a couple that had tried this kind of industry before, and they were not successful. Glenn Hubbard and his wife Regan, they're a couple. They built a large business in Univera, and their daughter is Jordan Hubbard, who you heard earlier. So they kept the money in the family. But Glenn, talk to us about building with a spouse, and also building when you're not sure you were good at this.
Yeah, David, thank you for inviting us on, and you're doing a great job. So congratulations to you and your family for doing so well. Regan and I looked at this because we were with another company for 11 years, and that company was called Niken. And in that 11 years, we did not do well. We had 88 people on our team making $200 a month. So we weren't really gung-ho about relationship marketing. But what happened is when we joined this in 2008, when the economy was going down, we asked the question that Dr. Ralph Beese asked earlier: what if? What if they had the global resources? What if this story is true? What if these products work? What if we can make money at this? And so we dove in to take a look at this, and we flew up to the headquarters, and we got Jordy to come up and look at it 2 weeks later. We met with Al, we met with the president, we met with Stephen, the biochemist that's retired now, and we fell in love with what we saw. And then fast forward 12 years later, it'll be anniversary, we pulled in over 2.3 million and then some with our family, and just our family alone, with Jordan, Haiti, Regan, and I, and we did it as a family. And I'll let Regan continue the story on her take.
I'm gonna hold it. When Glenn and I were first introduced to this, and if you're doing this business as a couple, I think it's really important for us to understand, go with your strengths. And as a couple, obviously, Glenn and I have more strengths to offer than as individuals. And when we went to do our research for this company, it was very important for me to look at what really moved me. How was this going to shift the consciousness around the world on two levels? First of all, how we did business. Glenn and I were already successful for 28 years in our traditional business, but we couldn't take people with us. Every time we would hire someone, teach them everything we knew, they were wonderful. But then they would break off and become our competition, which was fine. But we wanted to build a team. And so relationship marketing was very attractive to us. What we were lacking in the other company, because if you notice when we joined this company, we were still us, but we were lacking a couple things. First of all, the depth and capacity of what Bill Lee and Young Ho Lee had created. And we were lacking a team. When we met with Al, Kenny Rossi was our dear friend that we already knew had gone to the top with another company. So if this company had the depth and the resources, we knew we could soar. But the consciousness we were looking for to switch as a couple really was how we do business. Could we take people with us? Could we create a residual income that we could renew and leave to our children? And also, every dollar we earn, which is conscious capitalism, is that every dollar you earn, you've added value to someone's life. But with that, none of that would have mattered unless these products, these technologies were transformational with the health. I grew up strong, I grew up healthy, I trained for the 68 Olympics in swimming. I was already on the path at looking for ways that supported the miraculous capacities of our body. So if you're out there and you're looking at this as something new, know that you have the team, know that you have the resources, know that you have the philosophy and the consciousness of people that want to really pay it forward. In all of life, everything is about, it's not good enough for you alone to become something incredible. It's about paying it forward, locking arms, taking people with you, being on a team that is there to win.
And David, the last thing I want to say, based on all this wonderful wisdom that we heard on this call this evening, is that Univera has done its work. They have done their homework for the last 40 years, and now we're getting ready to launch to the world. So our time hasn't even come yet, and all these other relationship marketing companies have already gone to the world. They already had their time. Our time is now, and this is getting better and better every day. And I'm looking forward to you nation thriving in the near future. Thank you, David.
Thank you. Thank you, Glenn and Reagan. Amazing sharing. And this is what the power of a couple is, because as you listen to them, you realize the gifts that they both bring are so unique. So if you're looking at this business as a couple, I love a lot of what Regan and Glenn said, but I also just really love the fact that if you don't know and you're not getting it, we are all connected. And Regan is right. If we don't help each other get to the top in what we do in this world, we're all connected anyway. So we're going to just be, all those people that aren't having that opportunity are going to suffer. So this is a chance for all of us to win. And I think a great person to talk about it is the next gentleman I'm going to invite on. We've only got a couple more guests. Our last two speakers, three speakers we have coming in, and then we're going to be completing tonight. So thank you for keeping with us. Brian Boyanowski is a Diamond Associate, and he's a legacy in this business because his parents built a Univera business, and he's also been a part of that business, and now he's building it. So Brian, talk to us about this business, the legacy of it, and how it can affect and impact your life.
Well, thank you so much, David. And I'm actually down here in Arizona, booked a flight 12 hours ago, picking up my daughter from college, bringing her home. So, but this amazing journey of Univera started about 17 years ago when my father, who was a pharmacist, my mother was a nurse. They got involved and did their due diligence and realized, wow, a company with real science. Got involved in this, and they rapidly climbed the ranks, went diamond in 8 months, went blue diamond in 23 months. And like a good son, you know, why would you listen to your mom and dad? I didn't. And it wasn't until I had an issue with my son, Brandon. At that point, we were willing to do anything. And so I finally listened to my mother and my father and put Brandon on several Univera products. And we had a dramatic response. Fast forward, Brandon's 16 years old now. It's an absolute perfect boy. But because of that, we realized there are people praying for an answer to something, whether it is the health of a family member, whether it is making the mortgage payment. People are praying for an answer to something. And I have that answer with Univera, the most incredible company in the world. So we rapidly grew. We built this business up. And then unexpectedly, my father 8 years ago passed away. Just aortic aneurysm ruptured and he was gone instantly. Nobody expected it. But because Univera, the residual nature of the income, my mother has been provided for, and she will be provided for. She doesn't have to worry about, you know, the next paycheck, or does she have to go get a job? So it's taken care of. And that's the beauty. And the thing is as a family, you know, we've worked hard at this business, and we're going to continue to work hard at this business. This is something that really is my goal, my passion, my drive is to bring this to first the United States and Canada, and then really to the rest of the world, because what we have, the ability to create that residual income, is so powerful and change the health of the world. Between my mother and father and I, and we've made over $6.5 million in the last 17 years. So it has been a remarkable ride. And the beauty of it, my daughter here down at Grand Canyon University, she's 18 now. We just enrolled it. So we're going to have 3 generations. Back to you, David.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Brian. Keep passing it along. We've got 2 incredible leaders for you. And the next gentleman I want to introduce to you, Jay Sork. He was with the Cincinnati Red organization for many, many years. He's been a baseball coach after he stopped playing. He coached at Morehouse State. He has an incredible wife who also has built this business with him, who has her own fitness company. He has a baseball training academy. He's an incredible leader. He's an incredible coach, and he's a diamond in Univera. So welcome, Jay Sork.
Yeah, thanks, David. I appreciate you guys having me on tonight, and what great speakers we've had. And, you know, really our story is that I spent over 12 years in professional baseball. I was a head coach at the Division I level. At that same time, my wife was basically raising 3 children at that time. We have 4 now on her own, because I was on the road all the time, as well as she had her own fitness facility. And basically I was making her a single mother and a full-time mother at the same time. And we really, Shelly's the one that introduced us to Univera, and she started introducing. It was a perfect fit. We did the research on the products, and we actually used some testing on our own clients, and the results we were getting were just amazing. And so it fit into Shelly's facility just perfectly. And of course, it fit in with me with professional athletes. So it was a great marriage on the product side. Well, when it came down to, David, that it was time for where I needed to make a change because my kids were growing up and I wasn't getting a chance to see them because I was just constantly on the road. And so it gave us a chance to allow me to come off the road and step back from those jobs. I love those jobs, but I love to see my family and my kids growing up more. So Univera, the income that was coming in that my wife had brought in from Univera would have actually, it actually made the decision easier for me to get off the road. Well, as we went, we looked at this and we knew the products worked. And I know Al and Patty Middleton and Rose Horning at the time had said, you know, you guys really should try to work this business side a little bit more than you are because you're doing really well without working it the way you can. And, you know, at that time, not only we were looking for some extra income, but I was looking for something that was going to provide a passive and residual income. And so I'm a little bit of a skeptic by nature, so I did a ton of research. We knew the products worked. We had already done the research on that side, and we had the testimonies. I did a ton of research on the business and said, you know, this is really the perfect business model to build a passive and residual income. So we really jumped in and we went, Shelly was at the platinum level that Kenny had talked about earlier. She basically did that on her own, and we were able to jump that into the diamond level in a short amount of time, a decently short amount of time. So one thing I want to leave everybody with is, you know, my wife and I own a baseball and softball academy. My wife owns a fitness facility. So we both have a lot of overhead, and we both are working hour for dollar. We have a sports training facility together. And what I want you to understand is we just come into a time where we're basically going to be shut down between 2 and 3 weeks minimum. And who knows how long we're going to be shut down. So our hour for dollar business is no longer producing a dollar amount for us during these 3 weeks. But guess what is? Our Univera business is continuing to provide a residual income that is going to allow our family to get through what would be a tough time. And so we're looking back and we're saying, how fortunate and we're blessed were we to have people to convince us in our life to build this Univera business. And I want to let everybody know, you're not too late here, guys. To build a residual income is something that we're going to all need as we continue to move on to the future. Different streams of revenue is a wise life decision. So thank you for having me on, David. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you so much, Jay. And you're right. Multiple streams of income are very important now. And I want to bring in our last speaker. Thank you all for joining us and being with us through this presentation, because now you get to hear about a gentleman and his wife, Jan and Al Kiernan. They have been the top earners in Univera for 15 years. Al has made an enormous amount of money in the area of direct sales and relationship marketing, but he found Univera. He's our top leader. He's our top mentor. He's one of the keys that keeps Univera together. We're so grateful to have you here, Mr. Al Kiernan.
Well, thank you, David. What a great call. And what makes it great is we've got great people. We got high quality people that have character. And I think that makes a difference. I think about so many of the people that you heard tonight have made millions of dollars in Univera. And I love that. I love the fact that we help other people achieve more in life. And I think that's a fabulous situation for us. I think one of the keys to having a successful long-term business is you have to have vision at the top. And we have Bill Lee, our owner, is a visionary. He has a vision for the world, not just for his pocketbook. As a matter of fact, it's not for his pocketbook. And then we have our CEO and president, Dr. Ralph Beats, who is committed to saying, how do we grow this company to the greatness it deserves? And I think when you have vision like that, and it's not about dollars and cents and about a quarterly profit statement, it's an amazing thing that we have. We also happen to have, I like to talk about, we're inflation proof, we're recession proof, we're tax advantaged, we're diversified, and Jay just mentioned, it's a good idea to have a residual income. It's Ann Newford mentioned in her talk tonight a little bit. It's great to have money. If you can't sing, if you can't write, if you can't be like David and basically be in a movie and be an actor and all that kind of stuff, you want to have residual income because it comes in handy. Our world will never be the same after what we're going through this pandemic situation that we have right now. It is not going to be the same. Forever in people's mind, it'll be locked in about, I need to have my immunity. I have to have the ability to fight it from inside. I was at my chiropractor's office today, and he called me up. He asked me if I happened to have an extra bottle of aloe, which I do. And I took it over to him, and we got a chance to talk because no one was in his waiting room. It was, his business is down about 50%. I think Mike might have mentioned same numbers up there in Seattle. And what he talked about is the ability to have our body fight off the challenges that are going on. So even if I don't understand the science, I took him to our website, and I had him look down on aloe and had him look down at all the patents and the white papers that we have. We have real science. We have the ability to prove what we have. And even if you're not a scientist, which I'm certainly not, the cool part is we've got so many great people that are science-based and they understand these products. Personally, I just take them and good things happen. So one of the things that, I'd sort of like to leave you with tonight is just this. This is a team who's going to grow, and you can grow with us. Do we want you to get involved with us? Absolutely. Whoever basically invited you here tonight, get back to them and say, how do I get involved with this company? Because see, here's the thing. So many people are very frustrated right now with their situation, and they're looking for that extra stream of cash that they don't have, or they're looking at the stability of their job or their businesses. I went and got a haircut the other day, and he says, my business is wiped out. He says, I'm down to 10% of my business. Small businesses are taking a hit. So here's the thing, guys. If you came on this call and you're open-minded, if you're open-minded at all, take a good look at this, because we'll pass a smell test. We are a good company becoming a great company. So David, with that, I'm just going to go ahead and say beginning is half done, and back to you, and appreciate you hosting tonight.
Well, thank you, Al, and thank you all for joining us. And I just want to invite you all, as Al said, to talk to the person that invited you to this presentation and find out how you can get started. You can pick a way to start, and then we will connect you to the team and help you build your vision your way. So just so you know, we have ways to stay connected, because as you know, tonight, we didn't go deep into the products, but we do that on Wednesday, on Wellness Wednesday. Every week at this time, we do a presentation called Let's Talk Univera. Thursdays, for people that are in the Spanish community, we do Univera Spanish Nation. And then we have Sundays with our president, Ralph Beats, and his wife. They talk about what's going on in their lives, and just you can get connected to the inside of Univera. So there's a lot going on. I want to thank you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your night. And please join the team. We'd love to have you share Univera with the world. Take care.